right. So, major setbacks. We went from having liquidity to being pretty much like I don't know the exact number, but it's around there. So it's of course not ideal. My employee had to go into the wage system, change some settings because of the new contract. Unfortunately, accidentally paid some outstanding taxes. So this morning, when I checked the bank account, well, where was supposed to be, like, got some new money from paid invoices. All those are gone. Instead, it's very close to zero. Means there's no liquidity currently. And I also had to inform the employee that this means most likely if I don't become a magician, I won't be able to pay them by the end of the month. So originally the day was supposed to look something like this. Let me also just adjust the camera here. I took 90 minutes extra sleep because I've been going to bed excessively late recently, and yeah, I was pretty productive with the morning routine this morning. It took only maybe 1 hour even. Now unfortunately somewhere, I think, check at 8, I have an invoice or a credit card bill that's not paid because there's not enough money to pay the subscription. So and I started thinking about the potential solutions to the problem, and then I realized it would probably be better I did it on video. So we are going outside the normal, if there is one, framework. And now we're just gonna make a blank slate for today. It's already 11. It doesn't leave a lot of hours left in the day to fix things. In regards to yesterday, I changed our framework for daily reporting, if you can say that. I might already have showed it yesterday. The red indicates excessive time spent or all right. The camera, the phone ran out of battery, and so I already ordered a broken iPhone for like $50. I will free up one phone to either record or be like lock-in phone. Not today, but did actually 2 days ago, so it should arrive today. I filled out some of this meanwhile. I think this is probably not well structured, proper usage of my time, and that is definitely not. But yeah, it happened. I reconfigured, went back to planning, and now we're here filming. Now it's 11:30. All right, so we're gonna save this. No, just we lose a day in trying to salvage the situation here. We'll do some coding tomorrow. At least it's planned. The biggest problem here is the time we're gonna spend trying to salvage the situation is time we don't have. So we have, I think it's 600. Ukraine warehouse. Then we have the power, electricity. It's potentially more. Let's just call it power. Wage was the tricky one. And so I don't know if I said yesterday, but I actually discovered I am behind on rent. How much? I think it's $800. And we have a bunch of subscriptions. Say 500. I already cut down a bunch of unused licenses since we're no longer such a big operation. I think it's more like so we have a supplier. I'll fix that later. And the supplier is expecting this invoice paid by the end of the month as well. I have 3 months payment terms on the invoices. I think it's going to be a bit more. So the reason why we have this expense is because running low on magnets and paper, a bunch of other things that I can't really live without. So it's kind of required utilities, or rather expenses. If we cut away, it's going to cost me a bunch of time, which we don't have. Are there anything major I'm forgetting here? I'm trying to think. I had the original expense sheet somewhere. There. The problem about the power bill is that it's paid quarterly, and that's coming up.
get a charger for the phone. True. You must have say charger for the laptop here. All right.
So let's just assume this for now. What are we in, Q3? All right, let's just flip this one. Okay, let's take another one. We'll order some more.
I think I have an asset paper somewhere.
I think I actually have it here. And this one I already put for sale yesterday. I put it up for 850. I can always negotiate. Now, I don't know what the price point is for Vega 56 or 64s. I have 3 of those. Then I have a bunch of smaller, older ones. We'll see. Motherboard, Ryzen. Let's just run X399 plus Threadripper. Yes, okay, so we have the option to sell the server for the client. I think I already put that somewhere. Sell rented server. So of course that's a stupid thing to do when it technically gives us 150 a month. But yeah, we don't have much to say on that. And then there is, if we change the electricity provider, then this will be offset till next quarter. And then we'll have double in Q4. Something like that, depending on how much is actually used. Let's not pay the warehouse. I didn't tell you that yesterday, but it went pretty well. It's actually then right, because we won't get that payment. And I think this Threadripper, it's first generation. I think I'm not gonna get more than 150 for it. This is where it starts to get like, oh, is it worth it spending time on selling stuff that covers so little? Let's just say I get 750 for the Tyson. Technically, we could sell the cameras. I have two of these, or the other one is a Lumix. Let's put that on a maybe. But technically, if I just have phones for everything, I believe we could get, with the lenses, $1,000. The IMAX, I'm not even gonna consider. It's just too much hassle. laptops. Or Surface. I think I would give 500. Let's put the custom servers up. Despite, I think no one is gonna want them. I mean, I could keep a couple so that I don't have to shut everything off. If we put them at a crazy low price point, we might be able to sell them. Problem is to have custom water cooling, built them myself. I think we're not gonna be able to sell them. All right, alternative sources. What do we have here, actually? Let's just put 1,000 on. How many days do we have? If we have 6, 7, 6,000, 6,050. And if we strike those two, we'll have 4,000. It's just quick calculations. And let's say we take, I think a lot of the subscriptions can be pushed a month. So let's just say we remove, or I already blocked the card, so technically all subscriptions are gonna fail. Let's say there's $250 we have to keep. That's 4,500. I could negotiate this one, or rather negotiate a deal. I probably have to, but the thing is, the moment I do that, so since I have 3 months, I have potentially, I think I have 4,000 that I owe the supplier. So if I think it's more like 3,000. If I negotiate, then I already show that I'm potentially insolvent at the total. Should I write them an email? It's tricky. I think I'm gonna wait and see what happens. I could also just do a partial payment. It will probably prevent them from taking forward moving forward with the payment. Actually, it's rent times 2. So we have to add. We sell for 2,500 or 2,600. So we have one invoice that will arrive at one point. I think it's slightly less. Actually, it's more. $2,000. That's good. Then there is my board wage. What's that? I think it's $700, $800 or something. Let's just put it low. Wow. Then I have another invoice. It's 2,000. But the payment terms on that is, I think, 2 to 3 months. So I could put that in a factoring deal. Honestly, if we do that, we can also consider factoring I'm not sure how much. Now, this is not an invoice that's been sent. So I have to agree with the client that it's okay, I sent the invoice and then factor it. So that's uncertain. But this one will be possible. The thing is, you lose between, I think it was 5% on average, maybe a bit more. I was about to write motherboard. It's just bored.
Hmm.
That's a real strong reason why I write that there. I might eventually share it. Now, I had a dispute with this client over an invoice of $1,000 that I said we should negotiate or reach an agreement on. But then I just never followed up on it, and I effectively just took the loss. But I could pressure them for maybe $500 since I took costs. It's basically me running costs that they didn't want to cover. But this is all we have potentially to factor. Okay, I think that's enough thinking. issue here is, I'm pretty sure I have somewhere their confirmation that they will cover the costs in my email. And so I could find that documentation. I think it will take 1 to 2 hours. But I could send the email first. And then if they agree, then back to sending another email. I think I'm paying way too much for insurance. Since I only have one part-time employee, I think. Well, so I could potentially save like a couple of hundred. That's fine. The problem is this is going to take some time. I also have a bunch of hard drives. I think I have like 20 terabyte or something. Don't know what the price is, but easy to sell. Now, this is a nice solution because at least I won't have to do any work. I'm committing to work on this one in like maybe 2 months, but I will get paid immediately. And I might not be able to contact them today. We'll see. Eventually. I'm a bit on the fence on the number 2 invoice. I think most of this time is just me contemplating if I should or not. So it's just to reach a decision. Make a decision. All right. And the only thing that's missing is selling. Now, if I'm effective, it's only going to be 60 minutes. But it's such a hassle, like mental hassle. It's probably even going to be less. And also how well you want to do it in terms of writing. All right. We have self-service client. All right. So let's organize these. These are all the ones I did yesterday. I think I took care of them. It's a pretty good day yesterday.